Hi guys, I keep saying that we need to listen to experts and not politicians. So Zoe Gardner, an expert on immigration and asylum, uploaded this video where she explained how smashing the gangs is not going to work. The added element is that Zoe has been speaking about this for over 2 years now, and the plan is always the same. A hardline approach to deal with immigration. Perhaps it's true. The definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Have a listen to this.
I shouldn't do this because it's depressing as hell, but I got served a video on my YouTube homepage of myself on Sky News 2 years ago. 2 years ago, responding to the deaths of people in the channel. And I was asked by the presenter whether it wasn't like a good idea that the Prime Minister was saying that we go after the smuggling gangs and then that would solve the problem. And I'm telling you, I'll be here in 2 years, I'll be here in 10 years, I'll be saying the same damn thing until we change our approach, because going after the gangs is never going to fix this.
The Prime Minister have a point. He says the key is to break up these gangs that he says are getting away with murder. And if you are successful in breaking up the gangs, you at least tackle that side of the problem.
Well, Mark, I mean, you've been reporting on this issue for many years, I'm sure. And I'm sure that you've heard Home Secretary after Home Secretary and Prime Minister after Prime Minister say that all they need to do is get to the nub of these gangs. And this same approach has failed us, and it will continue to fail us. We need a new approach, and that involves taking away the business that exists for the smugglers. And that means giving people safe routes to come to the UK. And that might mean that it goes against what this government's agenda of hostility has been to date. It might mean that we see a few more people seeking protection in the UK, but if none of those people were making these dangerous journeys across the Channel in chaos and were arriving in unregulated ways, but instead they were able to apply for a visa, come safely just the way you or I would travel from France, and join their family members or the place where they feel that they'll be safe because they can speak the language or they have other connections, and seek asylum here in a system that is funded to work efficiently, then that would solve this problem, and that would end our complicity with these smuggling gangs.
And she's completely correct. Again, I've yet to hear any reasonable rebuttal to this position. I've yet to hear any politician say, actually, she's wrong. This is what we should do. Because she has been correct. She has said trying to smash the smuggling gangs is not going to work. The Tories, as we can see here, were talking about it 2 years ago. Now, some people will say, well, the Tories didn't really truly care about it. Look, as was pointed out, if you remove the business model, then you really smash the gangs. Because there's no way for them to make money. They'll go and do something else probably, but you will remove this business model away from them because people will not need to pay huge amounts of money to different groups of people all over Europe. It's not just in the home country or just in the UK. It's all over Europe. You will remove that, and you will remove this horrible sight that we see on a weekly or monthly basis where people are drowning in the sea. There'll be no need for them to cross the Channel in this way because, as was pointed out by Zoe here, you apply for a visa. Now, why are governments not doing this? When it came to the Conservatives, they had to deal with the threat of Nigel Farage. So they couldn't say, well, what we'll do is we'll create safe routes, because then Farage would say, or people like Farage would say, that's going to just encourage more people to come in. So Farage and Ben Habib and others don't care about, it seems, don't care about people dying in the sea. They just want the numbers to go down. But they're not actually interested in a way to reduce the crossings. They're just interested in hardline approaches. They believe that the government should be tougher on immigration. And now we're seeing the same with Yvette Cooper. She's talking about smashing the gangs. No mention of actually taking away their business model. No mention of safe routes. Now, I don't know if Labour are doing this on the back end, in the back office, that what they're trying to do is, okay, let's create safe routes, but we won't publicise it, so we won't give Farage and the right wing ammunition. Maybe that's the thinking. I hope that's the thinking. That on the front, as to the public, they're saying we're going to act tough, but in reality, they're actually looking at this in an adult way, and they're saying, actually, we need to have safe routes. Now, it's possible it's not that they are actually following in the Tories' footsteps and saying, well, we need to be tough on immigration. Because if we're not, then Farage and others will take votes away from us. But if you truly care about stopping the boats, if you truly care about people dying in the Channel, of course you support safe routes. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.